Ladies and gentlemen, let us bring them out now. Waiting in the wings, what the world has been waiting for, what the world needs now, the amazing original Johnny Blaze. There's Johnny! Come on.
I'd like to welcome you all to the original Johnny Blaze Show. It's great to be here as I blaze right in. Let's have a blazing hot fun time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go for it. First of all, I'm not a sexist. When I see a woman in a bikini, I only stare at the covered parts. Scientists have told us that the universe is made up of protons and neutrons and electrons. But they never mention all the morons. Now, always remember, folks, aging gracefully is the nicest way of showing the world you're slowly looking worse. My girlfriend is always stealing my t-shirts and sweaters. But of course, when I just put on one of her dresses, suddenly she says, we need to talk. Now, I once grew a beard hoping people would say, what a distinguished gentleman. Instead, all I heard was, the senior discount just ended, Grandpa. Intelligence is like underwear. It's important that you just have it. Just be careful how you show it off. Show me a man with a clean, spotless home, and I'll show you someone whose computer just went down. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very exciting show tonight. It's going to be a great show. I have a special guest. My special guest is so unique. He's very versatile. He's been a Reiki therapist. He's been a massage therapist. He's also been a hypnotherapist. And now, currently, he's a sound healer. So please welcome the one and only Jay Schwed. Jay, welcome to the original Johnny Blaze Show.
You look great, Jay.
Jay, that you went ahead and you were a Reiki master therapist, a hypnotherapist, massage therapist, and now you're a sound healer. Boy, that's really something. It's quite an accomplishment, Jay.
You know what? I love it.
Really? That's great. What is there about sound healing that you love?
The basic understanding of everything. Everything is vibration. You know, and so I found that in my studies and my knowledge about sound healing, I found that every aspect of our life, our personality, our planet is about the vibration. You know, it's always amazing. If you're not happy with your vibration, you can change it.
Fantastic, Jay. That really is. So that means if your vibration is not so great and you're not happy, you can make that change, right?
Right. Once you understand that you can do that, you become the master of your experience. You know, in today's political environment, the Democrats blame the Republicans, the Republicans blame the Democrats. And what it is the political system has a very low vibration. And a very low vibration, those are the things that you do. You lie, you deceive, you're corrupted, you know, you're unfaithful, you're not devoted. And it's when you raise your vibration to a higher place, then you become more divine, you know, more omniscient, you know, more loving.
Really?
The thing about the sound and vibration, it just makes me happy because I can control my vibration, my destiny, my abundance, you know, all things.
So what you're doing is you're making yourself happy, but you're transmitting that positive vibration to other people. And you're called positive karma.
Absolutely. You know, it's a transformational thing. And as we play the singing bowls, what they've done studies and found was that it activates the dormant chromosomes that bring people into a higher place.
Really? That's fantastic. Tell me about those singing bowls now. There's probably all kinds of different singing bowls. Can you describe what they're about and what kind of benefit that you can get from using them?
You know, the amazing thing about these singing bowls, and not a lot of people know this, but without these singing bowls, we wouldn't be here right now talking to each other.
Really?
And the way that they grow the silicon chips are inside of singing crystal bowls. It's a much more complex thing. Do you guys remember making rock candy when you were a kid?
Yes, vaguely. Yeah.
So what they do is they have these crystal crucibles, and they fill it up with silica powder, and then they have like it's all vacuum it's a vacuum chamber, and as they concentrate the silicon powder along with the chemical solution, it forms the silicon chips. So as singing bowls transmit energy, it transmits energy through our internet.
It does. Well, that's interesting.
So these are all made out of 100% pure silicon, but they also have different gemstones added. This one has gold added to it. This is Lemurian seed. This is amethyst. And so what they do is they take the properties of the silica powder and they add the healing properties of the different healing gemstones. So each crystal bowl is a little bit different, and they play for different octaves. The bigger bowls, those are more earth, they're more grounding. And then the smaller ones are higher octaves that relate to spirit, God, the divine.
Wow.
When you sing through the scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, they're all the vibrations of our body. And so when we use the singing bowls, the different vibrations go to the different regions of our body to bring, a heightened state of vibration, but also cellular healing by releasing all of our cellular memories.
That's fantastic. How does I know music therapy is related apparently to sound healing. What are the differences between the two, and which do you feel? Do you feel that sound healing is better, or what do you think?
Well, what I feel is better is your intention. The sound waves, whether it be through playing a love song on a guitar or hip hop music or singing bowls, the sound waves carry your intention, and people in your audiences feel that intention. So more than whether it be singing bowls or pianos or keyboards, it's the intention that's carried that touch people. As I play the singing bowls and I talk, the sound waves carry my voice not just into your ears, but into every cell of your body. So you have more than hearing, you're having a whole physical experience.
That's wonderful. How long have you been doing this, Jay? Been a sound healer? How many years?
I think it's since 1994. For the first 7 years of my experience, I really knew very little about sound and vibration. And then on September 11th in 2001, when Twin Towers went down, I automatically knew that it wasn't about Twin Towers going down. It was about the scales of light and dark had tilted into the darkness, and Twin Towers fell in. So on that day, I really got the message that something about these sounds will help the scales to get rebalanced.
And who inspired and motivated you to do it? And what?
Yeah, spirit was my inspiration. On September 11th, when I saw what had happened at Twin Towers,
right.
Spirit says, Jim, you need to share these sounds with people.
I see. Wow.
I was living in Ojai, California at the time.
Oh.
And at first I was doing local events just to, get people aware of the sound. And then the next community called me. And before I knew it, I was traveling from Ojai to LA, up to Santa Barbara, and then all of a sudden New Mexico, and all of a sudden New England. So it was really about the sound brought me into a place of surrender. And I believe that in that place of surrender, then the journey takes you where you're supposed to go, instead of trying to figure out, what do I do? Where do I go? Since that period of time, I've been
Right.
traveling constantly, 365 days a year.
Really. Wow. You're very well traveled. You travel all over.
Yeah.
Tell me,
My
tell me,
first, my first 2 years on the road, I was living in the back of my pickup truck. I didn't have a
yeah.
cell phone. I didn't have a computer. And pretty much my home was like Walmart, marinas, wherever I found people that were parked in RVs is where I lived.
So how
So,
many? So you
go ahead.
travel all over. Where are the places exactly? It's all over the world that you traveled.
No, I try to leave the country, but Spirit always wants me to stay in the United States.
Oh, I see.
So, but I get to go to Canada. They let me go to Canada.
Yeah. Okay. Is that your favorite place? What is your favorite place you've ever been to in order to do the sound healing?
I love all places, but I think my favorite place is small town America. Because in small town America, they don't really have access to a lot of cultural events, a lot of
Right.
higher consciousness. So I think small town America, they embrace me and they don't let me leave.
Fantastic. Well, you obviously have a rapport with you love what you're doing and it shows, and you have a rapport with people, and it's something that you feel so great about it. It makes you happy and smile, and that transmits over to other people. So you
Yeah,
probably have many happy, satisfied clients then, Jay.
right. My favorite places are when I go to the institutions like hospice and mental institutions and recovery centers
Oh, really?
and nursing homes, because on a much deeper level, they really appreciate what I'm doing and it gives them moments of peace.
That's fantastic. So let me ask you now. Apparently, this must heal. The healing, it must heal all kinds of different troubles in life. You have different conditions. What are some of the conditions that sound healing is
You
able
know,
to help and heal?
one of my favorite places was the mental institutions where people
All the
are
mental.
mentally in a state of disharmony.
I see.
Sound does, it releases the pressure from the cells, restoring them to their optimal function. So people in mental institutions release all the chemicals in their brain that prevent them from being in harmony and balance. And so it brings them to a place of peace where they unwind and they let go. Even in hospice, it helps them to let go and then they cross over.
I see. Wow.
So different institutions are the best.
Institutions, huh? Right. Well, what I was asking you, no, that's very interesting. What I was asking you though was there must be some mental and physical conditions that sound healing helps benefit and heal. What are particular conditions that people have?
Bipolar disorder, schizophrenia,
I see.
those are the ones that impress me most. I've worked with children with autism that help the parents communicate better. I've worked with kids with ADHD. And I found that with each and every person I work with, it brings them into a place of harmony and balance. So regardless of whether it's in hospice or mental institutions, I've even done things pre-surgical where the person who's going in for a surgical procedure not only raises their vibration, but raises the vibration of the surgical team.
So it's a win-win situation all the way around for the patient and even the doctors and everyone that's around.
Yeah. I've had surgical teams come out and hug me after surgery saying that was a miracle. That was beautiful.
Always help save people's lives with this sound healing.
Yeah. Even mediation with couples that are having challenges, the singing bowls quiet down people's egos and allows people to have heart-to-heart dialogues.
Wow, that's amazing, Jay. It really is. You've
Yeah.
come a long way. I remember you growing up, and it was quite a long time ago. You always had a way about you that was a nice personality, and it seemed like a caring type of a person all the way around. But I never imagined that you were going to end up doing something like this. You'd never know in life.
Do you know that
it's like,
when I met you, I was 8 years old, and my mom and dad had just given me telephone privileges, and all of a sudden all my classmates were calling me with their problem. And my parents are like, what's everybody calling you for? It's like, I don't know, but everybody's called me with their problems. And they said, I don't know what you said, but I feel better. And later in life, I realized it was the vibration of my voice.
Wow.
So even as an 8-year-old, I was doing sound healing just with my voice.
So it sounds like it's something you were meant to do. You discovered pretty early in life your calling. That's phenomenal, Jay. It really is. I mean, I know you did other things now, and I'm sure they were rewarding also. Like Ricky, tell us about it. The Ricky Master and the hypnotherapy and massage therapy, but all that led up to what you're doing right now, sound healing.
As I play the singing bowls, people are having a massage. It's a vibrational massage where they let go of all their aches and pains. They let go of their thoughts. They laugh again. I'm doing Reiki and sending out the Reiki energy.
Wow.
So it's like the completion of the circle. And, when I was younger, I did a lot of community theater, and I, got into the world of working, and I was like, when am I going to get back on stage again? And one day I was performing for 600 people at an opening of an event. At the end, everybody said, yay, that was a great performance. And so I even had it in my passion and love for doing, live performance.
That's phenomenal. You also told me, I found out that you apparently, one of my favorite talk show hosts who took over for Johnny Carson, who was the best, the king of late night, was Jay Leno. And I mentioned, your name is, you have a famous name. And you said that you had worked for Jay Leno, apparently. You did some type of work. What did you do for Jay Leno?
I was a massage therapist. I met Johnny Carson, and Johnny Carson said, we'd love to have you being on the Tonight Show, but I'm getting ready to retire. And Jay Leno's taking over. And so he asked me to, come meet with Jay Leno. And at the time, I think her name was Helen Kushnick was his manager, and she showed me to the door. So as soon as I heard on the news that she had gotten fired or she quit, I went right back there, and I went right to work on the Tonight Show.
So you were able to be on the Tonight Show then with Jay. That's great.
Right.
A massage therapist. That's fantastic. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was fun. That's another one of the very wild and amazing things I've done.
Who were you doing?
Crop.
Who were your massage? Jay, who was the recipient of your great talents as a massage therapist on that?
Well, it was during that time that the show was just getting going, and I did get to massage on Bob Hope, and I met Bob Hope, and shortly after Bob Hope came on the Tonight Show was Katie Lang and the Katie Lang Band.
Katie Lang, huh? Okay.
The employees were too busy running around because, the show was new and they had to hustle to, get the momentum going. So not a whole lot of the employees got to really stop in for visits.
Well, that's really interesting. What a background you've had. That's really some. Could show us some more of this, demonstrate more of the singing bowls. Did you have some singing bowls with animal sounds too? I think like dolphins and.
Yeah. Now this bowl, when I go to nursing homes, this bowl is called the Dolphin Spirit Bowl.
I see.
I put water in it, and it takes people out of dementia. There's one lady, one of my vets, who was so into a deep state of dementia. As soon as I tapped this bowl, she came right out, and she smiled, and everybody laughed. It was really the most amazing. This is the Dolphin Spirit Bowl.
Wow. Sounds just like a dolphin.
Yeah.
That's very interesting, Jay.
It's a crystal pyramid.
Look at that. Crystal.
It takes on the energy of the ancient pyramids by the shape and everything in a crystalline structure.
That's really fascinating. Look at that. Look how that spins around.
This one, I put it over people's heads, and I play it, and I spin it, and it has like an otherworldly experience. And as it's over your head and it's vibrating, it helps to balance the left and right hemisphere of your brain.
Really?
This one, I put it over people's heads, and I play it, and I spin it, and it has like an otherworldly experience. And as it's over your head and it's vibrating, it helps to balance the left and right hemisphere of your brain.
Really? Some of these
When
things
I work with, pardon me?
some of that might even help if you have, let's say you're stressed and you have a stiff neck, it might even help.
Yeah, the vibrations restore harmony and balance.
I see.
In the world of psychotherapy and psychology, when I teach them these techniques, I have them imagine a therapy session where no words are exchanged and everybody walks away feeling beautiful.
That's really great. Wow, that's very interesting. Now you're talking about, you were a hypnotist too, it sounds like. Tell me about that.
In my training in hypnotherapy, I went to HMI in Encino, and
Really?
it was a first nationally certified school. It was a 750-hour program.
Yes.
And they always told me that before my hair got really long, they said that I had the voice and the look for a hypnotherapist. Here in Arizona, I
You're the
mostly...
voice of a what?
Pardon me?
Of a hypnotherapist? You say hypnotherapist, right?
Right, right. I worked mostly in Arizona with smoking cessation programs. I did domestic violence programs, substance abuse programs, and even I managed to get in some stage hypnosis.
I remember there was a lady by the name of hypnotist by the name of Pat Collins a long time ago. Remember her? She used to hypnotize people, make them asleep, and make them act like they were acting kind of crazy, like in another world. I went to the same place as you. I went to the Hypnosis Motivation Institute in the past.
Oh,
and I listened to them and took some lessons. I actually had a hypnotist hypnotize me privately, and then he taught me about self-hypnosis also. So that was very interesting also.
Yeah.
To relax, put yourself in another world, imagine, like a lake is going from left to right, and the leaves are falling down. The more you try to open up your eyes, the more you're not able to, and it was very interesting. It's totally different.
Here's where the bowls and hypnotherapy tie together. It was back in the 1700s that Benjamin Franklin saw that they were doing concerts with crystal goblets filled with water, and he thought that there had to be a better way to do that. He created a musical instrument called the glass harmonica.
He did.
The glass harmonica became really popular in New England and Europe, and Benjamin Franklin knew that this is a sound healing technique. So amongst all of his other skills, he was a sound healer. He heard that Mesmer was laying the foundation for hypnosis, the state of entrainment. He brought the glass harmonica to France and told, Mesmer, the glass harmonica will help bring people into this hypnotic trance you're talking about.
Wow.
So when I play the singing bowls, people go into a trance state, and I use positive reinforcement to help them let go of old things and breathe in love and light and joy and happiness. So the singing bowls tie right into hypnotherapy.
Wow. Well, that's fascinating. It's very exciting, very fascinating. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They say the medicine of the future is vibrational medicine.
And it's so peaceful, Jay. You remember a saying of Benjamin Franklin said a long time ago, early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Remember that?
I go to bed like about 7 or 8 at night, and I wake up at about 3:30 or 4.
Really?
I kind of look wise.
Hey, apparently you do some, you also do some kind of workshops and teachings and seminars, apparently. Is that correct?
And in this stage of my evolution, I rarely do public events, but I build sound healer teams. So every town I go to, I build teams of sound healers so that when I leave, there's 10, 15 that are doing sound healing in each community.
Really? That's great. So I guess because of the COVID now, you can't go on like you did before, I guess, as much.
Right. I teach some people online. So I've got some students that, I teach classes just like, on Skype or on, Zoom. So I'm doing that. But I'm also building my home into a small school so that when I'm not traveling, then I can be on my land teaching classes.
Thank you. You do everything, I guess, seminars, You teach people privately. What else? You do meetings, I guess. All kinds of things, it sounds like. Is that correct?
I teach them, the foundation is self-esteem and confidence. The sound and the vibration ignite people's inner fires. And so we bring back passion where maybe there was no passion. Or we bring back confidence, joy, all the higher vibrational things. As we raise a person's vibration, we release the stuff that prevents it from, occurring naturally. And people get uplifted, people transform, people, break away from the things that are holding them back from moving into their life calling.
Well, it sounds like to me, it's just such a very rewarding career. I'm sure you do it financially. I'm sure it's very lucrative for you, Jay. But I don't think that it's just lucrative. I'm sure that's not the only reason. It's because what you love to do. It's your passion.
Right.
It sounds like it transcends. It really improves your mind, body, heart, and soul all the way around. It gives you such a wonderful feeling.
Because all aspects are really important. Having money is really important for me because it allows me to buy the tools, and I finance the tools for the students. So when the students are done with class, they walk home with their set of singing bowls, and they send me monthly payments. So it's empowering the students to be able to afford the tools along with affording class.
So it really works out for you. That's beautiful, Jay. It really is. You have any other? Let's hear some more sounds. That is so relaxing, Jay.
This is a practitioner bowl, and you know how to use it for putting on people's bodies and playing it, but I also call it for crowd control. When people are talking about garbage and anger and hostility, I bring this bowl out, and as I walk around the room, everybody starts talking about more peaceful things.
Fantastic.
It helps people to quiet down some of that noise we really don't need to hear.
Nice. Well, I'll tell you what, the world really needs more people like you, Jay. They really do. Because you love what you're doing. You give off a totally positive aura all the way around.
And and I'm preparing my students to become teachers. So as I spread out and I teach classes in each community, and as they're ready, then they start teaching classes in their community to the people in the outlying communities. So it's really about, something that I do spreads outwardly. It's like the domino theory.
Jay, it's really been a pleasure talking to you. I really enjoyed it. I found it very informative, very entertaining. If people want to find you, I guess they can find you online, right? At different places?
Yeah, my website is www.healingcrystalbowls.com.
Fantastic. And I know you have many testimonials also. So it's been a wonderful time. I really enjoyed this experience. Very enlightening, Jay. I want to thank you, Jay. I want to thank my guest, Jay Schwed. And till next time, ladies and gentlemen, always keep a smile on your face and a song in your heart. Happy trails.
It's good to meet you, Jay.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
God bless you. Thank you so much for being my first guest on my show here. Yes. I want to leave you with a poem that I created a long time ago, Jay. You're going to love it. Positive thoughts make you hot. Negative thoughts make you rot. So be hot. Don't rot, or else you'll go to pot, and you'll lose a lot, and you won't be a big shot.
That's great.